I'm going to set my cucumber down to bring you this video on circles of death. As my friend in Ukraine just called them, but he's not talking about literal killing fields, circles of death. He was talking about anxiety and how it prevents him from focusing and working well, which then gives him more anxiety, and it's a circle. I said, yep, lots of things in life are like that. For example, my book on tendinitis talks about circles like that as well that cause tendinitis. I've mentioned a circle like that I experience in my life a lot, which is performance and sleep circle. The less I sleep, the worse my performance is, which means I take more time to do things and I'm able to get less sleep, which means that my performance gets worse. And you can imagine the circle. But if I get more sleep, then I spend less time and I'm able to get more sleep. So I've always got to prioritize sleep, or else I enter that self-destructive circle. A lot of things in life are like this. In fact, it seems to be the way of the universe. Like, there's obviously things that aren't like this, but I think it's a universal thing, and that things don't tend to just stay how they are. They tend to get worse, or whatever direction you want to make worse, or they get better. Luckily, similar things happen in reverse. As I was recently talking with someone I know who is trying to start his fitness life and is using anabolic steroids. And I'm often thinking, he doesn't really know how to build muscle very well, and he's not getting very much results. It's like, the steroids are kind of a waste. But then on the other side of the whatever, they're not, because they got him in the gym because he figures if he takes steroids, he's gonna go to the gym. They improve his mind-muscle connection, and he's able to continuously improve his mind-muscle connection, learn more about his body. And what I told him was that although this sounds crazy, I think you're gonna make just as much progress when you come off the steroids in a given time than you made on the steroids. The reason being for that is he'll be so much better at building muscle from that experience that his steroid cycle will be like a joke compared to his natural improvements after the steroid cycle. It's like me. I'm better at building muscle now than I was 2 years ago. It's hard to compare to when I was a teenager because you're going through puberty. Also, you have a lower starting point, so it's different. But I can certainly say that I'm better at building muscle now, despite having more muscle. And, you typically would think that, the bigger and stronger you get, the harder it is to improve. And that is true. Your improvements become smaller because the body only wants to put on so much muscle. However, the ease at which I make improvements is greater because I know my body better and I'm able to stimulate muscle growth better than a couple years ago. And I actually did not realize that a couple years ago. I thought, my progress is starting to stall. I am probably at my genetic limit. I can't make any more progress. I experimented with just eating as much as I could. It actually did help. But ultimately, I've had to adapt and learn my body better so I can continue making progress. And I do think I actually make better progress, although it's weird to say better because it's overall less, but I'm better able to make progress now than before. And if I could go back in time, I would make that progress way faster if I had my knowledge and body connection that I have now back then. So yeah, life is full of self-perpetuating cycles. something bad happens, which makes something else happen, which makes more bad stuff happen, or something good happens, it's like learning something. The more you learn, the easier it is to learn more. I'll just use myself as an example. I started studying chemistry and biology in high school, and I continued studying on my own more in high school after I took all the classes I could, and then I kept studying on my own during university. So I had way more chemical and biological knowledge than most students. So when I would take classes, it was way easier for me to incorporate that new stuff into my total understanding. The more you know, the easier it is to understand and incorporate new information of a similar topic. So yeah, my friend's got an anxiety causing lack of focus, which causes productivity to go down, which causes more anxiety, which causes less productivity, which causes more anxiety. I get cycles where it's like my lack of sleep causes less productivity, which means I need to spend more time, get less sleep, which means even less productivity, which means even less sleep. But there's also the good cycles, like with muscle building, like with learning. So just keep this stuff in mind and use it to your advantage. Hope you like this video. My website is andrewhutchings.org, where you can hire me for consultations, coaching, plans, whatever. Not medical advice, because I'm not a licensed physician, and I can't give medical advice. But it's just medical information if I don't tell you to follow it. So I will give you medical information, because I love medicine, biology, and medicine is biology and chemistry. I hate how people separate those things. But yeah, I love that stuff. I love helping people. I don't know exactly why. Partially because I like helping people, partially because it really bothers me to see how stupid other people are that they go to for help. Like, I hate seeing people go to doctors and get moronic advice. Now, of course, I can't tell you not to listen to your doctor. I'm not a legal expert. But do I listen to doctors? No. I like to be healthy. I like to fix my problems. I made the mistake of listening to doctors when I was younger and got myself all screwed up. Because I used to think like they're really smart, they know stuff. Sad reality is they're not. 99% of them they literally don't know anything. But this is not supposed to be a rant about the medical system, which if you've watched a lot of my videos, you might have caught on to by now that it really bothers me. So hopefully I will be able to positively change it in my lifetime. It's something I do care about a lot. It has affected me when I was younger. It affects a lot of people. And I have a book called A Systematic Guide to Defeating Tendinitis. You can search it on Google, buy it on Amazon, buy it on Barnes & Noble. And I have an Instagram, natural_true_fitness, because you do not need steroids to get in good shape. I think they're really cool. They're very useful. They're great medications, but do you need them to get in good shape? No. Should you use them to get in good shape? Maybe. Is it healthier not to use them? Generally. Now, if you are 60-something years old, or you just have some health issues where your testosterone levels are low, it actually can be healthier to take them, because low testosterone is actually less healthy than normal testosterone. What a shocker. That if you're not within a certain range, it's unhealthy, whether it's too high or too low. And my left bicep is looking really good, I think, except it's not feeling so good because the muscles like knotted up and tore themselves up a little bit over the last few days. Like, for some reason when I do keto, I get muscle cramps, but they're not like my usual muscle cramps. They're a little bit different, and yeah. Apparently, if it's over 10 minutes, someday you can make more money off the video since it's 9 minutes and 50 seconds. Let's do a back bicep pose. I have no idea how good it looks on camera, but I can assure you that in real life it looks pretty good.